If you're someone who wastes time, you really need to watch this movie. It shows what the world might be like 140 years from now. People change their genetics, so they don't get old. Instead, after they turn 25, nobody gets older. They can live as long as the timer on their arm keeps going. But like when people change things, there's a problem. After 25 years, the timer on your arm starts counting down, and you only have one more year to live. If you want to live longer, you must earn more time, just like we earn money now. If your time runs out and the timer reaches 0, that's it. You die. In this world, time is like money. You earn it and you spend it. Poor people will die because their time will slowly run out, and rich people will keep living. Even though the way they have money is different, the big difference between rich and poor people is still there. So, let's see what happens. When the movie starts, we see a timer on someone's arm with only about 23 hours left. The person who has this timer is Will. The movie then shows Will and his mother. Today is her 50th birthday. That's right, 50. So, now, you can see how time works in this world. She has lived this long by earning a little bit of time here and there. She has almost 3 days left on her timer. After paying her bills, she won't have much time left. So she asks Will to come to pick her up after her 2 days of work. When Will wishes her a happy birthday and is about to leave for work, his mother gives him half an hour of time so he can buy a good lunch. As he's walking down the street, a little girl comes up to him and asks for some of his time. Will gives her 5 minutes of his time. The whole city is very busy. This is all because of time. Will is going to a coffee shop, but the prices have just gone up. When Will and his friend start trying to negotiate, but the man at the shop asks, the prices are going up. Do you want coffee or not? So, they bought coffee and headed to the factory. So, after their work shift, when they are collecting their salary, that also has gone down. Will head to the club with his salary. He meets his friend at this club and Boris says, this new guy here has over a century in his hand, and buying everything is on him. Will went over to him and warned him that he shouldn't be here with such time because here, there are so many robberies happening for such time. But the rich guy doesn't care. Suddenly, a robber gang came to the club. There is Minutemen, famous robber in area. Everyone rushing out because of him. Well, everyone but Will, who's looking at what happens next. The rich guy is scared of death. He run to washroom and throw up. Will use this opportunity to distract robbers and save him. Robbers start chasing them, but Will manages to hide in an abandoned building, and he starts to blame the rich person for his irresponsible action. Rich person asks, how old are you? Will says, 28 years old. Rich guy replies, he's 105, and he's so tired of living. Will says he won't waste such time if he had that in his clock. In the next morning, as soon as he gets up, rich guy transfers all his time to Will and keeps only 5 minutes to himself. After writing, don't waste my time on a window, he left Will. After Will wake up, he realizes 115 years in his clock and the statement on window. When Will look outside the window, he sees the person sitting on a bridge, and he died instantly because his time ran out. When Will came over to him, it's already late. Then Will go to Boris and he asks, how long we've been friends? Boris responses, like a decade. Will explain him what happened at the bar and give him a decade as a gift. Will tells him that he's going to give his mother a birthday surprise. Will's mother, Rachel, after paying bills and everything, get in the bus to go home. But the driver says that payment time increased to 2 hours, but Rachel only has 1.5. She begged for help from everyone, but nobody gave her some time. So, Rachel starts to run for life towards her home. Will is waiting for his mother with flowers, but he realized there's something wrong after sees he hasn't come by the usual bus. So, Will throw away flowers and start running. Rachel is running and yelling for help from others, but nobody cares. Eventually, Will and mother see each other and start running towards. But unfortunately, Rachel's time run out, and she dies in Will's arms. Will is crying while holding her body. In the next morning, we see cops investigate rich guy's body. They are trying to find what happened to the time in his hand. Will heads to New Greenwich, where rich people live, to find the reason why their lives are so different. And he's going to change those differences. He's passing time zones, one by one, and to reach New Greenwich, he had paid almost couple years. But finally, he made it to the city. But he started to run because of his old habits, which makes him look weird among the people in this town. This is Sylvia. She is curious about Will's this behavior. Then we'll take lunch in a 5-star hotel and stay there for the night. Meanwhile, the timekeepers figure out Will was looking for that rich guy before he dies. And they also found out that Will is now in New Greenwich. while Will is playing poker in casinos against wealthy people, and he has already won over 250 years. And the person named Philip bet all his money. Will do the same things, and he only left with like 30 seconds, but right before time runs out, he wins 1,000 of years. Philip introduces his daughter, Sylvia, to Will, and she invites him to their house tonight. So, Will rent a nice car and go to their party. In there we'll get to know Philip's family, his wife, aunt, and of course his daughter. While Will enjoy party with Sylvia, timekeepers rush to there. They capture Will and hold him in a room for interrogation. And they take all the time Will have accusing him for theft and leave him just few hours. Will distract cops and escape by taking Sylvia as a hostage. After that, they go enough distance. Will check his clock, which only has little more than hour. He asks for time from the girl, but she refuses. So, they go away. Will start the car and go to his hometown. But on the way their car got trapped and tossed outside the road. This trap is settled by gangsters and now they reach the car. They saw that Sylvia got 10 years in her hand and started pulling that time. But they get interrupted by police. After a wake, Sylvia and Will find out they don't have much time left. So, they rushing to Ball's home to borrow some time. But unfortunately, he got murdered by gangsters for his time and his wife blames Will. So, they run into a pawn shop and get 2 days as a return to Sylvia's diamond earrings. After that will take Sylvia and call her father and demand 10,000 years as a ransom through a bank in his town. Then, they head to Will's house and on the way, Sylvia sees a woman have died on the road and understand life in this area. In the next morning, they wait until the bank opens for time. But as they expect, Phillips hasn't sent time. Will apologizes Sylvia, but she explains her father's nature and tells him that he only cares about money. Then Will suggests Sylvia call her father and go home. While she makes a call to her father and blames him for his greed, Will is waiting for her on the other side of the road. Sylvia sees that cops reach Will and try to shoot him, but Sylvia shoots the cop first. Will go rushing to the timekeeper and see that he's running out of time and give him some of his own. Then Will and Sylvia run away using the police car. Sylvia is surprised by Will's action and he responds those timekeepers get their time through their cars and if they left him to die that would cause lot of trouble. On the way they talk about what should they do to settle time differences among people. And they decide to start robbing rich people. And Start gives those time to people in need. They rob one of the Sylvia's father's bank and after they got enough, they leave rest of the time to leave people around. And in the night, they share all those years they stole among people. Sylvia's father is annoyed because of these incidents, and timekeepers warn Philip that they're going to arrest Sylvia too. Gangsters also got angry because of course now everybody got rich enough to buy guns and protect themselves, making it harder to rob them. And he started to find Will and Sylvia because cops give 10-year reward to anyone who finds them. Timekeepers start chasing Will and Sylvia everywhere. They almost get caught one time in a motel, but manage to run away. The next time they rent a whole hotel for themselves. And the next came to rent a room and notice them but go away, since hotel has no rooms to rent out. Meanwhile, Minuteman threats people for information about Will. If they don't give information, he murders them by taking their time. Among those people, there's that guy who was at the hotel, and he tell Minuteman about things he knows and ask for part of the prize. So, Minuteman go to the hotel and capture Will and Sylvia. He challenges Will to fight for his time. Minuteman try to take Will's time, and other gangsters watch this while holding their guns at Will. Now Will only has couple of minutes, but when Minuteman look at his clock will take chance and start taking his time back. As Minuteman's time runs out, other gangsters try to stop Will, but he shoots them with a gun that he had in his ankle and kill Minuteman also by taking his time. Timekeepers come to the crime scene and now they are annoyed because of Will and Sylvia. Will is talking with Sylvia about what they are going to do about this, because they can't run forever. But if they stop, poor people will suffer and die. And Will says that if they want to stop this, they are going to need like 1,000,000 years, and they need that at once. Sylvia has a plan for them. They sneak into Philip's office and Sylvia distracts Philip and his guards while Will goes behind as a guard himself and takes Philip hostage. And they take whole time from his Philip's office, which is 1,000,000 years. Timekeepers figure this out and start chasing Will. Will and Sylvia escape into the Will's town, and police have been following them. So, they give all 1,000,000 years they stole to Maya and tell her to share it with people. When people rush into taking share of time, Will and Sylvia take this opportunity and run away through the crowd. Timekeeper is having a hard time going through this crowd, but he manages to catch them anyway. Will and Sylvia don't have much time left in their clocks. Timekeeper is wondering why they are doing this. Will explain that everyone has a right to live, and nobody has to die before their time. After that, Timekeeper realized that he forgot to take his daily time quota, and he only have few seconds. So, he died instantly. Will and Sylvia talk to each other and try to give each other their time so one can survive. But Will suddenly remembers that time quota in Timekeeper's car and both started to run towards it. Will go running and take the quota and Sylvia is running to him. He remembers how his mother died, but this time he ran faster and saved Sylvia just in time. Now the whole economy is changed. Every poor people now have money, and they are going to New Greenwich. Authorities are looking for Sylvia and Will, but they couldn't catch them. Now they are planning their next mission. And we can see in the final scene they are going into the World Bank. Thank you for watching and don't waste time.